Student friends, now we'll discuss the important property of reciprocal lattice as reciprocal lattice to body centered cubic lattice is face centered cubic lattice. Means we have to take into consideration the BCC lattice. We have to find out the reciprocal lattice to that BCC lattice, and it is observed that the reciprocal lattice to the body centered cubic lattice is face centered cubic lattice. So here we'll consider uh, body centered cubic lattice. Actually, these are three conventional unit cells. We know that the unit cell of the body centered cubic is not a primitive unit cell, because there is atom present at the center of the unit cell in addition to the atoms at the corners. So here we have considered three such unit cells, and we have shown that there are atoms present at the corners, and there is atom present at the center of each of these three unit cells. Now we know that the length of edge of this cube is a. Every cube has a length equal to lattice constant, and that is a. And now let us consider these are three axes: x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Now, what we'll do here is that since body-centered cubic unit cell is not a primitive unit cell, we will construct the primitive unit cell from these conventional unit cells. For that, what we'll do, uh, we'll draw the vectors connecting the body centered atom and this atom as a center, because we know that the nearest neighbor to the corner atom is a body centered atom and not another corner atom. So that we know, because if you consider this as a body centered atom, so nearest neighbor to this atom will be these corner atoms, and in this way we will construct the primitive unit cell of this body centered cubic lattice. For that, we'll draw the vectors from this point, we can call it as point, to this body centered atoms like this. So we have drawn this vector a dash, uh, which originates from O and terminates on the body centered atom. Likewise, this is a b dash vector, and this is a c dash vector, and we can construct the unit cell from these three uh, primitive translational vectors of this body centered cubic lattice. Because if you construct the lattice using these three translational vectors, primitive translational vectors a dash, b dash, and c dash, you will get that primitive unit cell. Now we have to represent these vectors a dash, b dash, c dash in terms of vectors a, and for that we will use these three axes. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. And suppose I is the unit vector along this x-axis as usual, j is the unit vector along this y-axis, and k is the unit vector along this z-axis. So in this way, we will assume this ijk as the unit vectors along three axes, and we have to represent this a dash, b dash, and c dash, which are primitive translational vectors in terms of lattice constant a, and that vectors can be we can represent the first vector a dash as, so remember this a dash is a vector which connects this origin O and body centered atom of this unit cell. Now it can be represented in terms of lattice constant A, as we know that this distance between uh, these atoms means corner atom and body center atom, it will be represented as that vector A dash will be represented as A dash is equal to A by 2 into bracket unit vector I, because if you consider this x-axis, it is in positive quadrant, y-axis in positive quadrant, and the z-axis is in negative direction. So this is in negative direction. We have to take it as a minus k, and uh, this distance is nothing but a by 2, or you can call it as this distance. It will be at a by 2. It will be at a by 2, and this will be at a by 2, and therefore you can represent a dash as a by 2 into unit vector I plus unit vector j minus unit vector k. Why minus unit vector k? Because if you consider this vector, so its z axis will be in negative direction, and therefore we have to take the unit vector as minus k. In the similar way, we can represent the this b dash. B dash is also represented as a by 2 into bracket. Now here this z axis and this sorry, y axis and z axis, they are positive, and this x axis is negative. This x axis is negative. So we can represent this as b dash is equal to a by 2 into minus unit vector I plus unit vector j plus unit vector k, and it is represented like this. So b dash is equal to a by 2 minus I plus j plus k. And lastly, we can represent c dash as, if you look at here, then you will observe that this z is positive, this x is positive, but this y-axis means this direction, it is a negative. So it will be represented as c dash is equal to a by 2 is equal to into bracket unit vector I minus unit vector j plus unit vector k. Here the this coordinate of this c dash, uh, which belongs to y direction, is in negative direction. Hence, it is represented as c dash is equal to a by 2 into bracket unit vector I minus unit vector j plus unit vector k. So a dash, b dash, c dash. Remember, these are primitive translational vectors of body-centered cubic lattice. ABC are the translational vectors of the conventional unit cell. They are not ABC are not translational vectors of the primitive body-centered cubic lattice. We have constructed here A dash, B dash, and C dash as primitive translational vectors of this body-centered cubic lattice. So, with the help of A dash, B dash, C dash, we can construct the primitive cell, and that unit cell can be shown like this. Here, observe that this red unit cell is a primitive unit cell because it contains only atoms at the corners. So it is the primitive unit cell of the body-centered cubic lattice. Now we have to find the volume of this unit cell. We have to find the volume of primitive unit cell of the body-centered lattice, and we know that it is obviously given as V is equal to vector A dash dot vector B dash cross vector C dash, because it is a scalar product of three vectors which forms that particular unit cell. Now what we'll do, first of all, we'll calculate this cross product vector B dash cross vector C dash. We have calculated B dash and C dash. So using those values, we can calculate this cross product of vector B dash and C dash, which will be vector B dash cross vector C dash is equal to, use the value of B dash as a by 2 into bracket minus unit vector I plus unit vector j plus unit vector k cross the value of C dash is a by 2 to vector I minus unit vector j plus unit vector k. Now this a into a, it will be a square divided by this 4, and into bracket we'll have the cross product of these two vectors. Now this is the cross product of two vectors, and it can be represented in terms of the determinant as. So first row will be unit vector I, unit vector j, and unit vector k. Second row will be the coefficients of these vectors. This has -1, +1, +1, and third row will be the coefficients of this I, j, k as 1, -1, and +1. So if you solve this determinant, you will get this as a square divided by 4 into, you can take this unit vector I multiplied by this 1 +1, it will be 2I minus j into this minus j into this will be -1, and this will be +1, it will be 0, and sorry, this minus j, so you have to take this as -1 uh, minus this 1, so it will be -2 multiplied by minus, it will be plus, and therefore it will be +2j, and unit vector k into this minus into minus, it will be +1, -1, it will be 0, so there will not be the term containing vector k. So you will get this as, if you take the 2 as a common, you will get the cross product of this vector b dash and c dash. It will be this a square divided by 2 into unit vector I plus unit vector j. So that is how we have calculated the cross product of vector b dash and vector c dash. Now use the value of this vector b dash cross vector c dash in this equation, so that you will get the volume of the primitive unit cell of the body centered cubic lattice, and that can be done like this. V is equal to vector a dash dot vector b dash cross vector c dash. We have calculated this value, and that value is this one, a square by 2 vector I plus vector j, and its dot product with the a dash, and we know the value of a dash is a by 2 to unit vector I plus unit vector j minus unit vector k. Now this is the dot product of two vectors, and you can easily solve this dot product of two vectors, because we know that only I dot I and j dot j, it will be effective, it will be 1, all other dot products will be 0, and therefore if you take the product, you will get this as a cube by 4 into this unit vector I plus unit vector j minus unit vector k dot unit vector I plus unit vector j. So this I dot I, it will be 1, plus j dot j, it will be 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2, all other dot products will be 0. So if you solve this, you will get this is the volume of the primitive cell of the BCC lattice. So this is the volume of the primitive cell of this body centered cubic lattice. Now we'll calculate the reciprocal lattice of this body centered cubic lattice. That is the primitive unit cell of the body centered cubic lattice. We'll consider it, and we'll calculate its reciprocal lattice. So we know that by definition, the reciprocal lattice is given as this uh, reciprocal lattice vector A star is equal to, we know that it is given as 2 pi multiplied by vector b dash cross vector c dash divided by vector a dash dot vector b dash cross vector c dash. So we know the value of this vector b dash cross c dash, which is a square by 2 into bracket unit vector I plus unit vector j divided by, we also calculated this value vector a dash dot dash cross c dash as a cube divided by 2. We'll use this value here, and if you simplify this, you will get this as 2 pi by a into unit vector I plus unit vector j. So we have obtained the reciprocal lattice vector, which is constructed from the primitive unit cell of the body centered cubic lattice, and that reciprocal lattice vector A star is 2 pi by a to vector I plus vector j. In the similar way, we can calculate vector b star, because we know that vector b star is given as 2 pi multiplied by vector C dash cross vector A dash divided by volume of the primitive unit cell of the BCC lattice. And if you simplify all these things, you will get vector B star is equal to 2 pi by A unit vector J plus unit vector K. And further, you can calculate unit reciprocal lattice vector C star as 2 pi by A into unit vector K plus unit vector I. So what we have done, so we have obtained the reciprocal lattice vectors of the BCC lattice as vector A star is equal to this 2 pi by A into unit vector I plus J, vector B star is equal to 2 pi by A into unit vector J plus K, and vector C star is equal to 2 pi by A to unit vector K plus unit vector I. So what we observe here, we observe that the magnitude of the lattice constant of the reciprocal lattice is same, and it is 2 pi by A. And if you observe these reciprocal lattice vectors, so you will observe that these are nothing but primitive translational vectors of the FCC lattice. Next article we are going to see how to calculate the primitive translational vectors of FCC lattice. But you will observe that these reciprocal lattice vectors A star, B star, C star, they have same lattice constant 2 pi by A, 2 pi by A, 2 pi by A, and these are nothing but the primitive translational vectors of face-centered cubic lattice having a length of cube edge equal to 2 pi by A. Hence, we can say that we have started from the body-centered cubic lattice. We have calculated the primitive translational vectors of the body-centered cubic lattice. We have seen the unit cell of the body-centered cubic lattice, and there we have constructed reciprocal lattice. And these reciprocal lattice, they are nothing but the primitive translational vectors of the face-centered cubic lattice. Hence, we can say that, or it can be proved that, it can be said that the reciprocal lattice to the body-centered cubic lattice is nothing but FCC lattice. That is how one can prove this concept. Hope you might have understood the concept of this reciprocal lattice to the BCC lattice is FCC lattice. If you like this video, please share and subscribe my channel for more and more interesting videos in physics. Thank you for watching this lecture.